So, as a lot of you guys are aware, Marvel Phase 5 is in quite the downward spiral, I guess is the best way to put it. And I know they have a lot riding on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which apparently a lot of people are saying it's pretty good, shockingly. But I'm all for that. Hopefully, they do make a good movie and they get back to where they need to be in order to start producing better movies. Even though I do not want to support Disney at all, I know a lot of people are diehard Marvel fans, and at the end of the day, if they want a good movie, they're going to keep looking for one, no matter what you tell them otherwise. Now, with that being said, though, there is one movie that is in Marvel Phase 5 that seems to be a movie that is in such utter development hell. I don't even know what to even think about it anymore, and I'm sure you guys probably all feel the same way. What movie am I talking about? Well, quite simply, I am talking about the Blade movie. Apparently, Blade is the first Marvel movie that has been affected by the WGA strike that's going on amongst the Writers Guild. It says the upcoming Blade feature film is effectively shuttered, which I don't even know if I agree with this article because the movie was already shuttered. The movie has been put on hold three times now. Three times now. They've gone through multiple rewrites, multiple script rewrites. They don't even know what the hell they're doing with this movie. So the whole strike with the Writers Guild, honestly, didn't do anything to the movie that wasn't already being done to it itself. It says becoming the first entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be hit by the ongoing writer's strike. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like to help push us out into the YouTube algorithm. So it says Ali's upcoming Blade film is the first Marvel Cinematic Universe project to be impacted by the ongoing Writers Guild of America strike. Per The Hollywood Reporter, Marvel Studios' Blade, which was planned to go into production in Atlanta in June, has been effectively shut down entirely in the wake of the currently ongoing WGA strike, which began on Tuesday, May 2nd. Reportedly, True Detective creator and writer Nick Pizzolatto had begun work on the script for the film before the strike started, but was unable to complete it despite Marvel's intentions to resume the project once the strike has concluded. So I have a couple issues with that. So number one, I mean, this is like, how many scripts is this now? This is the third one, probably, maybe even more than that. It's the third one that I know of. I'm sure there's probably been more rewrites. This script has been all over the place. They don't know what they're doing with this movie. There's been a bunch of leaks regarding this movie and how the initial story was going to be Blade kind of passing it off to his daughter or something along this line, and I would not have put that past Marvel, especially woke MCU in Phase 4 going into Phase 5. Hell yeah, I could almost guarantee that that rumor was probably true. And since that came out and they saw the backlash from it, they probably decided to go back to the drawing board and rewrite the story again and again and again. But they're at the point now that they're trying to dance around their identity politics and not be so forthcoming with it that they don't know what to really do with the movie. They want to get woke with this movie, but they can't. It's already an original black character, so they can't race swap it for woke points. So they got to find another way to try to get their diversity quotas up, and they're having trouble with it. Very clearly, they're having a lot of trouble with it, and I highly doubt it has to do coming from Ali more so than Marvel themselves. And not only that, this whole Writers Guild strike, again, it's the most stupid thing in the world. If you mean to tell me that all of these writers that have been writing these terrible TV shows and movies over the last 3, 4, 5 years, if those are the guys that are on strike, then by all means, please let them stay on strike and don't ever let them come back to work. That's how I feel about it. So it says the Blade reboot for the MCU was announced back in 2019 and quickly became one of the most hotly anticipated Marvel projects, due in large part to Mr. Ali being attached to star as the titular vampire hunter. Originally, Bassem Tariq was slated to direct, but left the project in September 2022, which put pre-production on pause. White Boy Rick and Lovecraft Country director Jan Monir Demange has since stepped in to helm the film in Tariq's stead, a move which has been lauded by the former director. Now, again, I'm telling you, this movie has been in development hell. I would not think that they're going to do anything worthwhile with Blade, unfortunately, as much as I absolutely love Blade, and it's one of my favorite characters ever, I would imagine. I'm trying to think back through all the Marvel characters. Blade is definitely top tier, man. Blade is such a badass, and Wesley Snipes' Blade on top of that was even better. He was freaking fantastic as Blade, but that's besides the point. Blade is going to not be handled well. Blade is too masculine for today's modern audiences, okay? Blade is definitely too masculine for today's modern writers. When it comes to the MCU, I would almost guarantee they do not know how to write a character like Blade. Look what they did with Daredevil once they got their hands on it. Once Netflix gave it back to Disney, they completely destroyed it. So I don't really think that they're going to be able to handle Blade with any sense of the word. And I'm almost guaranteeing at this point that this movie probably won't even come out for Phase 5. They most likely will push it back to Phase 6 because I just don't see how it's going to come out with in Phase 5, considering all the nonstop rewrites and reshoots and everything that's been going on with this movie. It says since Dimanche joined the project, Blade fans have been privy to a multitude of developments on the project. In February, an official synopsis for Blade described the character and basic plot, reading, "He is known to be a vampire hunter, half mortal, half immortal, who tries to rid the world of vampires as a way of avenging his mother, who was killed by a vampire as she gave birth to him." The following month, it was reported that the project had suffered from further production delays, this time on part of its star. Industry insider Jeff Snyder stated that Ali requests his script changes all the time for a period of several months, which Snyder attributed to the actor's overt dedication to seeing his vision of the character come to life on the silver screen. Ali's only other appearance as the MCU's Daywalker so far has come in the form of a brief off-screen voice cameo doing a post-credit sequence in 2021's Eternals, which marked his official debut as Blade in the MCU. So Blade is currently scheduled to premiere in theaters on September 6th, 2024. So again, guys, I don't know if this movie is actually going to come out next year, given the fact of what's going on and how terrible they've been handling it. Again, I consider it to be the movie equivalent of gaming development hell. You guys know exactly what I mean whenever I say a game's in development hell. It's the same exact thing for a movie. I just don't see how they're going to put this thing together and see Ali's vision come to life. Unfortunately, if he is really this passionate about the role, he's unfortunately going to be mismanaged by directors that are not passionate about the character. They are not passionate about the project. They just want to write out certain stories that are going to push their ESG scores, push their diversity hires, push their diversity, equity, and inclusion, push all this nonsense, everything over the character. That's the problem. Everything else takes precedence over the actual character, and you have Ali who's taking the character's precedence over anything else. So you're going to have a mismatch there, and that's why you're going to have so much problems in production. I'm surprised they haven't even recasted him at this point. I mean, they got nothing to lose, really, at the end of the day. They don't have him necessarily physically showing as Blade yet, so they definitely could have recasted him if he was being annoying. But again, I don't blame him if he's really doing it to try to be true to the character and true to the source material. I don't blame him, but he's going to have a brick wall that he's going to have to fight down, because there's no way that Marvel is going to allow him to take full creative control, especially with a character like Blade. I've said it before, and I'll say it again and keep saying it. Blade is way too masculine for current Marvel Day cinematic universe. There's just no way Blade is it's just impossible. He's just a super masculine character. He kicks ass, it's bloody, and he's just not going to be that kind of character that they can actually properly write. So I don't think they're going to handle this Blade movie very well, but you guys can let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.